Claudine Cooper is a powerhouse fitness coach who does an impeccable job balancing her loving family and her dedication to healthy living and nutrition. Today, we get up close and personal with Claudine on her own fitness journey. It's a special day for me when I get to have Claudine Cooper here on the set talking to me. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad that you invited me.
Thank you so much. You're my amazing fitness expert today. And I really wanted to get into your mind and see how you do things. You know, because we always glean advice from fitness experts. And we want to know, how do we do this? How do we do that? But I really wanted to know how you do things on a regular day. So I'm going to ask you some questions.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. So before we get started, tell me about yourself and what inspired you to become a trainer.
Okay, so as far as me learning how to be a trainer, that's one question, but what inspired me to actually begin exercising is another question, because I never really knew that exercise was a mental health benefit until I went through some serious trauma in my young life. I experienced some, how do I put it? I could probably start crying right now just thinking about it. Yeah, because I experienced a lot of tragic deaths at one time. And I was in high school at the time, and I'm sure you can relate. When you're in high school, your hormones are just already crazy, right? So to experience so many tragic deaths, suicide, domestic violence, murder, things like that with family members and close friends, I really went into a very deep depression. I was grieving, and I think anybody who has lost someone can relate to that feeling, you know. So my mom, she suggested that I go see a therapist. And when I went to see the therapist was really firm about using exercise as a healing tool, which I think at that time, I'm 43 now, I was 16 at the time. I think that was very forward thinking of that person, right?
Right.
And so I did it. I tried it. I said, well, if she says it's what works, I mean, I don't want to. I hate exercise like many people. I used to rock a press, so I didn't want to mess up my, haircut. You know what I'm saying? But I tried it, and you know, it worked. And I felt really like, not immediately better, but I felt like over time, this sort of cloudy, gloomy thing that was going on sort of just began to brighten up a little bit. And
what kind of exercise were you doing even then?
Well, at that time I didn't know much about working out, so I took a video, like a VHS. Do you remember the VCR? You remember the VCR?
I'm 36, so I'm not too far.
You remember the VCR. So I took a VHS that my mom used to do her, you know.
Yeah.
And I
her jazzercise.
And I went in there and I did it. And I didn't use the music or the sound because I like listening to what I like listening to back then. I used to love to listen to like DJ Quick, and gangster rap. You know? So I would turn on my rap, and I would turn the woman down, and I would just be in there like, yeah. And you know, I just started feeling stronger and more powerful and just more of who I really am, you know? And that's what really started me on the exercise path.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So 16 years old. So this is...
So
somebody introduced the therapy to you, and then now you're helping people get along the same way you did.
Because I believe in it, and I believe in natural healing, and I believe in natural remedies for most things, even with my children. I don't medicate, you know, things like that.
Naturals all the way to go. Currently, what types of classes do you teach and where?
Well, what ended up happening was, so I got this bug where I actually enjoyed exercise, and then I said, well, maybe I'll get a job at the gym. So I go get a job at the gym, and I'm working the front desk, and somebody says, you should be an instructor because you're always working out, and you're working the front desk, and you have a lot of personality. And I was like, I'm not about to go in front of all those people and tell people what to do. Are you crazy? And but I was young, you know, and I think we don't enter into the fullness of who we are until we get a little bit older, a little bit more mature. So a few years passed. I actually had my certificate to teach for about a year. And then right around the time when I was in my early 20s, I finally I was actually being called on by the management to go in and teach a class, and I was saying, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can't do it. I'm pretty sure. And I got in there and I was shaky, and you know the nerves you feel, right? I mean, I'm sure you're in the public eye, you understand, right?
Right.
And I got in there, and as nervous as I was, it was exhilarating to be able to share this love, this passion I have for exercise with a room full of other people who were ready to receive it. And that was 21 or 2 years ago.
Oh my God, I'm so blown away by you.
Thank you. So that's kind of how that went. And I started by teaching a few different formats. I have a heart for senior citizens. I'm sure, as you know, that I am the grandchild of grandparents, and I love my grandparents so much that I feel the same way about seniors in the world. I just treat them the same way I would treat my grandmother.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And so I teach seniors. I also teach water aerobics, but I mostly specialize in high intensity interval training. That's my specialty.
High intensity interval training.
Yes.
And what is that?
So for people who don't know what that is, that means that we go through different spurts of exercise. So a little bit of weights, then a little bit of cardio, a little bit of core, just to keep the person engaged.
Okay.
But also to keep them physically engaged. So you sweat a lot, you know, there's a lot of jumping. It's not necessarily a workout that's for everyone. But as I've gotten older and experienced my own injuries, because you know this is what happens to most of us, is that some stuff starts breaking down. I've made it more like levels. So if someone can't jump, I say, okay, well, you can just do knees up. Or you see what I'm saying? So I try to make it accessible to everyone.
Okay, so you simplify it. If that's uncomfortable for you guys, and do it this way.
Right.
So when you're teaching it, do you do it the original way, or you do it the simple way?
Me, I like to abuse myself. This is what I do. So I go in, that's why I'm injured.
21 years.
For 21 years. That's why I'm injured right now. So my shoulder is a little bit messed up right now, but I still try to train at level 10 to give the people I'm training an idea of what they can aspire for. If they can't do it right, then there's still a possibility to get there.
Okay. Oh my gosh. You're in there getting physical. I want to get. Okay.
Physical.
So let's get to know you. Tell me your favorite healthy meal.
My favorite healthy meal. So I probably have to start by telling you that my husband is the cook.
Okay,
in our
Mr.
house.
Cooper.
Mr. Cooper is the vegan chef
Okay.
in our house. So he, look, she's about to start crying. She's like, oh my God, yes.
Wow,
So,
lucky you.
I'm lucky. I'm very fortunate.
The vegan chef, okay.
He cooks for us. So I'm fortunate to be able to have very flavorful but plant-based meals at my disposal whenever I like. But my favorite thing that he makes is tacos. Tacos are life. You know what I'm saying?
So what kind of tacos are these at the Cooper house?
Okay, right. So oftentimes with our tacos, what we'll do is we'll use all fresh ingredients. We use lentils instead of a meat. So whereas one person may put ground turkey, we put lentils that have been seasoned with cumin and garlic and onions, very flavorful. And then the same toppings that you would
the
use,
tomato, the lettuce, and all
of that.
Oh, okay.
Homemade guacamole. We use the avocados. We do it with limes. We make it the same way you would make it, just minus the meat.
The meat. Okay. Your favorite cheat meal. What's your favorite cheat meal?
Okay, so
Or you don't do that.
Oh, no, I do that. What are you talking about? I'm a real human being, okay? I'm out here cheating on my meals.
On my meals. Let's be clear. On my meals.
I love fried food. And I think anybody who's probably watching this can relate. You can fry me a piece of broccoli and I'll be like, is this some ranch to go with that? I love fried foods, and I find that even though I don't eat meat, I can find a variety of fried foods that are not meat-based. So, you know, you have your fried zucchini, you have your French fries, you have your sweet potato fries, you have your fried mushrooms, you can fry anything. So that's kind of my indulgence, along with a beer or two, which I like to consume maybe once a week.
Once a week? Just lay out, relax?
Usually what I do is I make sure I have nowhere to go, because obviously I don't want to endanger the lives of my children, make sure I don't have anywhere to go, and I just chill around my neighborhood, go to the neighbors, we crack open a cold one and chill out.
Nice. Okay, Miss Claudine, your favorite store to buy food?
Well,
You're a Trader Joe's. Do you go there?
Yeah. I'm a Trader Joe's person, but you know, I want to share with the audience a secret I have. There's these little small Spanish-speaking markets in almost every neighborhood of Southern California.
Right.
If you can find these markets, they have very fresh produce at a very good price. So that's my little secret. So this morning, my children, before I came here, I needed to situate them. I say, what can I get for you guys that you can prepare on your own so that when I come back, you're not like, I'm starving. Which you're going to do anyways, by the way. You know this, right?
We're still starving.
But they asked, could we go to what's called the Gonzales Northgate Market?
Oh, look at these people you have created.
Yes.
And
They want to go to the Spanish market. They got 4 avocados. They got the chips that they prepare right there on site. So they're the fresh tortilla chips. They got 2 limes. They're going to fix up their own guacamole and use that as their little snack while I'm here playing with you.
Okay. Yes. Wow, look at these kids. What are the foods you always avoid? Like, no question. You go to a dinner party, you see it, you go the other way. What are those foods?
So I started a plant-based diet when I was 21 years old, just on a dare. Somebody said, I dare you to give up all that meat you ate. I used to eat meat like a regular human being, like a regular American, you know, a sausage biscuit in the morning, a steak sandwich at lunch, whatever. So
somebody dared you. Who is this person?
She's probably watching this, right? When you get ready to cut this down and put it out, she'll be watching it. That's one of my closest friends still to this day. Her name is Trisha. I have a real heart for people who want the best out of me and who want the best out of others. And I know she was daring me, but she was doing me one of my greatest life's favors. She introduced me to a healthy lifestyle that I had no clue about, right? So I said, okay, I can do it. She was like, 1 month, no meat.
Was she vegetarian at the time?
She was.
Okay.
But
so it was like a life challenge.
It was a life challenge. She's an animal lover. She's one of those people who just doesn't want to do harm to others. And I said, okay, I can go 4 weeks. And I promise you, in 4 weeks, I felt incredible. My energy was up. The way my digestive system was cleaning itself, I was like, is this what I've been doing to myself? So I felt great, and I started to notice a difference in my skin and my body and all of these other things. But anyways, when you say, what do I avoid? Obviously, if there's chicken wings and things at the table, I'm not eating that, right? But there's other things that I just don't care for. So I don't eat cake, not because I don't like cake, not because I'm avoiding sugar. I just really don't like cake that much.
You just don't like cake? Any kind of cake? Birthday cake?
I'm just not a big cake person.
Okay.
Now, I cut out dairy, so I don't eat ice cream, things like that. But there's still one last thing standing that I can't give up. Chocolate chip cookies.
Like the homemade kind, or does it have to be the smell and everything?
The whole thing. Okay. Chocolate chip cookies, I cannot avoid.
Let me have a moment of silence for all the chocolate chip cookies that have been consumed by Claudine Cooper in her home. Let's have a quick moment. Okay, moment's over.
Moment's
Thank
over.
You.
Okay.
Amen. Okay, any fitness apps you use on your phone?
You know,
you don't need those with 21 years in the game. You don't need apps. I got this. I'm the app.
I don't so much need an app, but I used to teach a format for the Nike Corporation called Nike Training Club. They have their own app, and it's an awesome way I suggest it to people who don't have gym memberships but who have access to an iPad or a phone. You pop that thing up, you say, I want a 30-minute, or I want a 15-minute, or I have 45 minutes, body weight, dumbbells, easy work, right? But hard. Really challenging workouts. So the app is the NTC app, and it's, to me, one of the best exercises.
NTC app?
Yep.
Okay. I'll check that out. You have it? Morgan says she has it. What music do you listen to while you work out?
Yeah, so
you
know how I was telling you I turned off the VCR?
I had DJ Quick playing. Yeah.
Right. So some things never change.
Shout out to DJ Quick.
DJ Quick needs to join us right here on our show. But anyways, what I normally do is I stay current with the music because one of the biggest draws to a group fitness class is if the music is motivating. And if the music is motivating, the people are motivated. So I try to keep up tempo, but I do like current urban music that you might find on, let's say, Power 106 or something like that.
Okay, nice. Your favorite piece of exercise equipment?
I'm going to be honest and tell you that I really prefer to train with my body and not use a bunch of equipment, because I feel like our greatest tool is this. And a lot of times people get to the point where they're like, I can't work out because I don't have the BOSU, or I don't have
like
the
excuses.
dumbbells.
It welcomes excuses.
And equipment is unnecessary. So I like to do a lot of my work using my own physical body.
Okay.
And I also train people that way as well.
Okay. Okay. You don't need equipment.
No, you
work
don't.
out. Call Claudine. She will help you.
I'll help you.
Any races or marathons you've participated in?
No, but funny you should ask. My husband just ran from Baker to Vegas or something. That's not, maybe not Baker to Vegas, but he ran some marathon this morning. I'm not really a runner.
Wow.
I'm not really a runner. My husband and I, although we both love fitness, we have different passions within fitness. So running is just not really my thing unless someone's chasing me.
But he'll run. He does the races and things. Okay. What about the kids? What are they passionate about?
Well, my children all play sports.
Okay.
But nobody's actually passionate about one specific sport. They're very active. We make sure that they stay in some type of activity, but we're open to them figuring out what they like. So we don't try to impose our passions upon our children, aside from making them turn off the screens and do something active. That could be riding a bike. We have a pool where we live. They can swim. There's all different ways to be active that don't necessarily involve organized sports, even though my children are in organized sports. But I insist that they do something active every single day.
Wow.
Yes.
That's good. It's really good. You're a good mom.
Thank you.
How do you keep yourself motivated? Do you ever have days when you're just like, I'm not really feeling it today?
Sure I do, but people think I'm lying when I say I do.
Yeah, right.
They'd be like, yeah, right. You know you like to work out. So I do really enjoy working out, and I need the release by giving myself that 30 minutes to an hour per day of kind of mental therapy. But there are days, just like this week, where I've just had a hard week. You know, it's just been one thing after another, homeowner blues, you could call it, you know, and I didn't want to go to the gym. But one thing I always tell myself is the days you don't want to go are the days you most need to go. And so I force myself, and that's what I normally do.
Okay. So it's kind of get in your own head, like, hey, you need to go, you need to do this.
Exactly.
Push through it.
Just,
I know you don't feel like it, but we're going anyway because we need to go.
If I need some extra motivation, I'll pop up my YouTube video and I'll listen to Gary V tell me that I suck if I'm not doing what I
And you're like, okay,
okay, Gary V, thank you. I suck. I'm gonna go crush it now.
No, thank you, sir. Okay.
Yeah, I love Gary V. He's my little favorite motivational speaker on YouTube.
If you work out do you work out even when you're on vacation? I'm gonna
of
assume
course I do.
Yes.
Oh, I plan my trips to work out. Like, I'm like, okay, so if I'm going to New York, where's the nearest Equinox to where I'm staying? Like, I have to know.
I have to do this Saturday, but when I land on Friday, I'm gonna go. Then Sunday, I'm gonna get a quick workout, fly out Monday, go to the gym at home on Monday night.
Yes,
so you're
something
like
like
that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Last question. What do you enjoy doing personally for self-care? Besides drinking that beer and chilling out with the neighbors.
Chilling out with the neighbors is a big part of my self-care. I definitely believe in the power of sisterhood. I am a Mocha Mom. That is a group of women who come together and spend time with each other, sometimes with the children, sometimes without the children. And I seek out times to spend with my sister friends. I love to be with other women. I love to bounce ideas off of other women. I like to talk about things that we are all aspiring to do, our goals. And so my self-care is connecting with my women friends.
Oh, that's beautiful. Last, before we go, I have an Ask Chandria question. I'm going to read it for you in Let me know if you have any advice for this person.
Okay.
You ready? It says, I'm a 40-year-old woman. I'm sorry. I'll scratch that. Dear Chandria, I am a 40-year-old woman preparing for my wedding in 6 months. I have had a personal goal to lose 50 pounds before my big day, but I'm feeling a bit discouraged. I'm busy with work during the day and managing my household and children in the evenings and weekends, which leaves little time for consistent diet and exercise. At this point, I've considered diet pills, but I've read some mixed reviews. Do you recommend diet pills, or am I in over my head? Is she in over her head?
This is a tough one because it's so many layers in this question, but it's a question I get often. The wedding, the vacation, the big graduation. People want to lose weight for an event. One thing I like to say normally when people ask me questions about reaching a certain weight loss goal by a certain date is, be forgiving of yourself.
I love that.
Understand that this goal is not the end goal for your health. The end goal for your health is that you would be healthy forever, for your children, for your husband. And so it shouldn't be about, I'm trying to lose the weight for this thing. It should be more like, I'm trying to carve out 30 minutes to an hour a day for my health.
So changing the goal, not...
Changing the goal. And do I think diet pills work? I personally don't support any supplements or promote any supplements or diet pills or anything like that. I've seen them work for people. So I'm not going to say they don't work. What I'm going to say is this a realistic goal? Are you going to be able to be on diet pills for your whole life? So if you're looking at being healthy forever, then you need to look at investing 30 minutes to an hour every day into your health, be it better meal prep, be it 30 minutes to an hour of joining your kids in some activity, but definitely making it a point to use. Everybody says, I don't have time. Everyone says, I don't have time.
Because people feel like they really genuinely feel like they don't have time.
Let's just put it like this. Nobody has time. Okay? None of us do. You're not more busy than me. I'm not more busy than you. We're all busy.
Right.
Whether or not you're going to make the time is a demonstration of your character and your dedication. That's it. So you're going to miss an hour of sleep in the morning. You're going to miss an hour of sleep at night. You're going to do it while you're watching your Netflix, because I guarantee you're not going to stop watching those Netflix. You're not going to stop looking on your phone, because those times that you're spending 20 minutes, I open my Facebook and 20 minutes passes like, I mean, you could have been doing a little treadmill walk for 20 minutes or whatever. So that's how I see it.
Okay. Good advice. Stick to your goals. You heard it right here from Claudine Cooper. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to be on my show today. You are amazing. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
And I'll continue to watch your journey and watch you flourish.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.